So our first module in the pyramid of profitability is going to be creating a platform to sell our product. Now, what exactly is a platform? Well, if I owned a car dealership, I would want to have a physical store, a physical location for people to come and browse at the cars, sit in the cars, talk to people about the options of the cars, test drive cars, and ultimately sit them down and sell them a car. People would like that, right? Because they want to see that car in action. They want to sit in it before they make a purchase like that. But what we're doing is more information products. So this is kind of us, and I believe this firmly that everybody has at least one product in them. From your experience in life, you have one product that you could create at least that somebody else wants to know. Like, so I know something that you would want to know. You know something that I would probably want to know. So that's the way I look at it. So we're going to create that product, at least one product, but at least the first product we create, we're going to need a place to sell that. So that platform for us selling an information product meaning it's either a PDF document that somebody could read, an audio file that somebody could listen to, a video that you're actually showing somebody how to do something. Ultimately, we need to get a website so that somebody could come, see your products, and purchase those products. Now, since this is the first product, and we don't really know 100% how it's going to turn out as far as sales goes, we have no benchmarks to measure that yet. I want to keep this cost as close to free as possible. Like, that's my goal in this course. I mean, you could spend a lot of money with things, or you could try to keep it as close to free as possible. So that's my goal with this course. The only cost for as far as the platform is going to go is really going to be web hosting. Now, why would you want to pay for web hosting? I mean, people might say, well, can I just get like a free Blogger account or a WordPress.com blog account for free? And you can. But the problem with that is that if anything ever changes, you don't own your domain. Google owns the Blogger domain. WordPress owns the WordPress.com blogs. When you own your own domain, you have total control over it. If there's an issue with the web hosting company, you could move your domain to a different web hosting company. You're not stuck anywhere. If you have an issue with Google and Blogger, you're kind of stuck. And if Google changes their, idea of Blogger, then you know what? That's it, because they own your blog. You don't own it. So you won't lose your domain if anything changes. So like if you had a WordPress.com account and WordPress decided to stop doing that, you would lose your domain. If the web host, God forbid, went out of business or something like that, you could easily just move your domain to a different web host. It's just that simple. So the total cost of starting your own business is going to be about $10 a month. So very, very low barrier to entry. So the startup costs are very low. If you were going to, say, go into that car dealership, let's think about your startup costs. Say you'd have to lease a building at least, right? Then you'd have to get inventory, so you probably need some kind of collateral for that. And so it's not like something for $10 a month you're going to start like an actual physical location. So here you're going to do a little bit more work here because you're going to set up your own work. If you were like a Fortune 500 company, you would just pay someone to set up your work, your website. Here we're going to set up our own, and it's not difficult. Really, it's not. I mean, we're just going to set up a basic site to sell a product, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to use a program called WordPress. So WordPress is a content management system. It makes things like super easy to manage, like no coding is required. And what it does, I said, it contains all assets. So WordPress has a database that will contain all your website assets. And what I mean by that is it contains, any pictures, any blog posts, sales pages, any of that stuff, any images, anything like that will be contained in a database in WordPress. It manages all of that for you. Like I said, there's no program really required. I mean, you could be a programmer and customize things a lot, but you don't need to know programming. Trust me when I say I am not a programmer. I'm not an expert in WordPress. So if I could do it, probably anybody could do it. So it's easy to set up and easy to maintain. As WordPress updates itself and fixes things, you'll just get a reminder saying, click this button to update WordPress. It's like super drop dead easy. Also SEO friendly. SEO is search engine optimization. Search engines like blogs. They like WordPress sites because they're really good quality sites. and it's super easy to customize, as we'll see. So this is the steps we're going to take in this module. We're going to basically set up a web hosting account. We're going to install WordPress on our domain. We're going to choose a domain, and that'll be part of the web hosting account setup. We're going to install a WordPress theme, and I'll explain that as we go. We're going to customize our WordPress site to sell a product. We're going to insert a page to sell that product. And the great thing about having a website is that it's open 24/7 for customers to come and browse and to purchase your websites. So we're going to set up the process so when somebody buys a product of yours, it's downloaded automatically and you don't even have to be involved. You just get a notification that you had made a sale. So you don't have to be there. You could be on vacation and still your store is running 24/7. We'll create a couple other pages for your customers, and we'll set up an email autoresponder to capture customer email addresses so we could kind of respond to them. And that gets more into the promotion of our website. Okay, so that's a lot to cover. Let's get going.